Feel like opening space? Would you open space? Will you open space, Pam?
I will. This is a great way to start the video. We're going to do that very first thing this time is open space. So, do you want to tell them?
Yes, please. No driving,
Yes.
no operating heavy machinery,
Nope.
no sharp knives, no heat in the kitchen. Just stop. Whatever you're doing, just stop. And if you can't stop, turn down the volume. Give us a minute or two. Allow the grounding and allow the vibration, and then join us.
We open this sacred space today around everyone listening. Whenever you come to this video, or wherever you're watching or just listening from, we welcome you into this circle as we ground our devas into the earth. Whether you put in a grounding cord connecting it to that first chakra at the base of your tailbone, you add roots to your feet or the parts of you that are touching the chair, just allow yourself to ground, to pull all of the energy down, to pull in all your parts and pieces, all in until you are present. Take a few deep breaths from your belly. Thank you, Spirit, for this opportunity to come together and to talk about what we're here to talk about today. We ask for your words, for your advice, for your opinions, for your verbiage that's going to land with everyone here, everyone listening. We ask for them to receive their own personal messaging. And those of you who are listening, you might get messaging aside from our words, and that's the way it's supposed to work. Receive it and accept it. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing us together and being here to help us speak truth. As we guide each other, we guide ourselves, we guide those listening on this beautiful journey. And we are so grateful to everyone here who has made us part of their spiritual life. We thank you and we sit in gratitude for that. And we set this beautiful space at gratitude. And so it is. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
we had, let's jump right in. We had in the comments, I did not write down the exact comment, but it was about medication and how it affects us psychically.
Mhm.
So we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to add a bunch of other things to that as well.
Mhm.
Um, Everything that, well, really things of consumption, because medication would be something that we would consume.
Right.
And if it goes off into other areas too, it'll go off into other areas. But mostly we're going to talk about those things that we consume that lower our vibration.
Mhm. Mhm.
So with medication, I do not remember, but I think the comment had something to do with like an antidepressant or something, or maybe that's just how I'm remembering it.
I don't know if it specifically said that, but
Uh-huh.
that was my take as well.
Yes, that's where my
Mhm.
brain went.
Mhm. Mhm.
And yes, yes,
Simple answer? Yep.
yep. And we'll talk about it.
Yep.
For those of you who've been listening to us for any amount of time, you know that Mari-Lyn and I have both been on antidepressants and or myself anti-anxiety. I don't know about you with that too.
I've,
Um,
well, I think over the years there probably was something that was an anti-anxiety, but that just happened to be, I don't know.
Yes.
But no, basically mine have been antidepressants.
Yes. And more than one at a time,
Mm,
right? Haven't you been on
mm,
like two different ones at the same time? I thought you had.
I think yes, and I don't remember. It seems like yes, I was coming off of one as I was coming up on another one,
Oh,
and there
okay.
was a
Maybe that's
crossover.
all right.
Um, but you know what? I there were so
Yeah.
many years,
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
so many years of them, that I really don't remember.
Yes. I was never on two antidepressants at the time, but I was definitely on the the other two at the same time. Um, yeah. So yes,
Hmm.
anything that you consume that essentially what whether it's anti-anxiety, um, antidepressants, muscle relaxers,
Pain
pain med,
relief.
yes, anything you put into your body that is closing something down, which every medication, if you want to know how something gets rid of pain or whatever, it's closing receptors down.
Mhm.
Antidepressants are closing receptors down. Anti-anxiety, closing them down. Antipsychotics, like all of that. Now, antipsychotics, that's kind of in its own little thing. That can ratchet up your psychic abilities, but not in a good way. like
Mm,
I've known people they can't ever shut it down. That's not healthy either.
okay.
But but yeah, when you're closing it down. And when if you want to say something, do then I have a story about the last time I was on them for not even antidepressants, but they had me on an antidepressant.
Was this when I, this is since we've met,
I think
or
so.
was this before we met? I don't
I
know.
think it was at the counter at the in when I was stopping. We
Okay.
met. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead with your story.
Uh, so I had, when they don't know what's wrong with your gut, they call it IBS because they don't know what else to call it. So I had IBS for years. Awful. Like I don't, sorry if this is graphic for people, but every 3 or 4 days I was throwing up. That's how bad it was. And no one could figure out what was going on. Doctors, they tested me for everything, absolutely everything. And it just, well, turns out, like most things, it was emotional. It was from all the years of abuse. And when we're abused, we beat ourselves up. That's just the way it works. Doesn't matter what the abuse is. We turn it inward. It was our fault, etc. It came out in my gut. Some people's it comes out in their back. Some people in their head. For headaches, back pains, shoulder pain, whatever. It comes out. Mine came out that way in my gut. So I finally went to, after years, I finally found this new specialist and I went to him and he said, "Oh, I know exactly what that is." I'm like, "Okay." And he said, "Here, just take, it's very low dose of antidepressant." And I was like, "I don't want to take antidepressant." And he was like, "No, it's such a low dose, blah, blah, blah." So I did, straightened it up right away. I was no longer throwing up. But I realized my channels were not as strong. It was awful. So I I was supposed to take it all the time. I took it for the first 6 months. He said it'll be 3 months, you'll be done, you won't have to do it. 3 months go by, no, it was still the problem. 6 months went by, I was still having the problem. But I decided to go off it because I had to make that choice. How psychic do you want to be versus this? Like, make up your mind. So I went off it. And then I would just use it at times like when we would travel. That was always a time when my IBS would go crazy.
That's what I remember.
Yes. And so I would take it just during that time when we were
Hmm.
traveling.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, but even that I mean, low dose. Like anyone who was depressed, this would be way too low for you to take. It was that low, but it still took me down. It was awful. It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
So, so yes, and that's not just me. I've certainly, I'll speak for myself, worked with a lot of people who have been on antidepressants, and it's a chore for them. And there were times when they were on so much or so many different things that I couldn't work with them. I'm sorry. I'm trying here, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't get any information out of you either. Psychically, I can't pull that information out because there's a lid on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very, very hard. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it does. And it's really up to the individual and what your needs are, what you want to do, whether you stay on them or you try to go off them. If you do go off them, because I don't, whoever asked that question, I'm thinking maybe they want to know if they should go off them or not. It's a personal choice between you and your physician or therapist, whoever it is, and what your goals are and what are you going to do in place of that. If
Mm-hmm.
if you have depression,
Such a huge point.
yes.
Such a huge, huge point.
Hmm.
Because you're on them for a
Yeah.
reason. You're on
Yes.
the medication for a reason.
Yes.
And just saying, okay, I don't want to be on them anymore is not enough.
No.
There has to be such a huge,
Yes.
expansive conversation
Yes.
to have with yourself,
Yes.
with hopefully with spirit and with your doctor and with your loved
Yes.
ones. It
Yes.
it's a very all-encompassing conversation to have.
And
What
what are you going to do to replace it?
what's
Yeah.
going to replace it?
100%. And I knew what I had to do is I had to keep up my healing because I was already starting to heal. But when I originally took them and then went off them, I knew I had to replace it with something, and that's when I really delved into energy healing. And
Mhm.
this is bullshit. I'm healing this shit. If you're depressed, there's a reason. It's not something that a pill cannot just fix it. That core reason,
Mhm.
it's not going to happen, even with as much therapy as you want,
So
in my opinion.
a piece of clarity just like whew, hit me when I made the choice to come off of my antidepressants.
Mm-hmm.
I was already doing healing. I was
Yes.
healing. I was healing,
Yes.
and I was an active healer,
Yes.
and I never once considered what am I going to do to replace this because I had already thought I had replaced it. And the
Oh,
information
okay.
I'm getting now is no,
Okay.
what I was doing was adding to it. And when I took away from it,
Mm-hmm.
I missed that piece of replacement,
Interesting. Okay.
which is why I find myself at times struggling with moving forward.
Do you want to talk more about that with
Yeah,
people that might be in that spot?
because I can very easily revert back to a vibration of searching, which is the
Mm-hmm.
vibration of depression.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't really want to make this convoluted, so I'm not going to go much deeper into that. But if you suffer from depression, I'm sure you recognize that vibration of searching.
Searching.
You're looking for that thing that's going to fill you,
Yes.
that's going to fill that hole that you
Yes.
feel.
Even if your searching is you're searching for someone to blame, okay? You're still
Sure.
searching for an out. You're still searching to feel better. You're still searching for that thing.
You're searching for relief in
You're,
whatever it
yes,
looks like.
relief.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And the healing that I was doing, the active healer portion of me, the teacher in me, that was all at the moment, in addition to taking the antidepressant. It wasn't at that moment a replacement.
Right.
I never
Wow.
had that concept of what am I going to replace it with?
We need that emoji, my face to have that emoji with the big eyes.
Wow.
Like we need, like, wow. Yes. Yes.
And that makes so much sense
Mm-hmm.
as to the information I've been getting very recently of things that I don't want to use need, but things I need to do, things I need to start doing. Those were my replacements.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I've been drawing on things I used to do,
Mm-hmm.
which are not beneficial.
No.
Mm-mm.
Finding new things. And it could be something that looks similar to what you used to do, but you're in a different vibration now. So it
I'm
has to be something new. It has to be something different. It has to look different and feel different because it is.
Mhm.
Unless you allow yourself to go back to that nasty vibration you were at before, which none of us want to do that. That's why we're healing.
That's why we're
So we
healing.
can get away from it.
We're doing all this, right? And
Yes.
and I know that when I was getting off of the medication,
Hmm.
it wasn't doing anything.
Right.
It was not a benefit to me. Taking it was not beneficial.
No.
And
But
yet I still needed to have something to replace
hmm,
what the intention of
yeah.
it was. And I did not realize that.
Well,
Oh, spirit
and
working.
one thing I know we talked about a lot of this, but whether we did it on video or not, I don't remember. But um, one of the things that medication does, one of the things that our pharmaceutical companies tell us, our therapists tell us, our doctors tell us, the lies that we're being told is that we have to have it to feel better. That is when we start going on antidepressants, you're going to feel better. That's what we're told. You're going to feel better. And whatever verbiage that comes out in, that's the basic, you're going to feel better. So in our minds, that's part of the struggle because that becomes, it's like this pill becomes, I'm going to feel better. Well, then if I stop taking this pill, I'm not going to feel better. Like there's a real psychological piece to that puzzle of taking antidepressants. There
Agreed.
really is. And there are lies. Not oh, I want to be
Mm,
careful. Can it make you
yeah,
feel better? Yes. However, there is a point when it stops doing that for you. There really is. If you are actively healing, you're actively moving towards truly healing and evolving, there is a point when those medications don't, it's just not working for you anymore. You need something else. And not in addition to, some people maybe it's an addition to. I don't want to tell people, I don't want to, please, this is all my opinion, by the way. I don't want anyone to stop taking them because Pam said this, that, and the other, and then you have a really hard time and something happens. This is my opinion from being on them. But there is a psychological part to taking those antidepressants
mhm.
that we're told you have to do this to feel better. Well,
What I would love to see is
mm-hmm,
more conversation, more honest,
mm-hmm,
honest
mm-hmm,
baseline conversation
mm-hmm,
about what is happening for the person who's seeking help
mm-hmm,
and the person prescribing the medication and an honest relationship
yes,
as it moves forward.
yes,
Because I do believe that there are times where the medication is helpful,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
life changingly helpful.
Yes.
And I also believe that as you change, how helpful is that medication? And does it need to change? Does it need to be replaced with something that's not medication?
Right.
Is But there's not that conversation. It's like
No.
once it's done,
Yeah. People.
everybody puts the responsibility on the pill.
Yes.
And the responsibility lies with us first and foremost, who's taking the
Yes.
pill. And there is an element of responsibility with the doctors who are prescribing it.
100%.
Um, but it has to be symbiotic. It has to be
Yes.
a mutual thing.
Yeah.
And that comes down to trust, I think. And there's so much lacking of trust
Yes.
because we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to be honest.
Right.
And
Mhm.
unfortunately, the doctors don't want to be honest either.
Right.
Because when I was first put on them,
Mhm. Well, and they drink the Kool-Aid too. A lot of them drink the, at least they did. I don't know if still, but they drank the Kool-Aid too that this is your way. This it's a magic pill right here. Yes. Go ahead.
when I was first prescribed them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting in the doctor's office and I'm wringing my hands and I'm anxious and I'm a mess and he should have fucking put me in rehab because I was having the
Yes.
DTs
Yes.
and I wasn't even in full blown in my
And
disease
I
yet.
think you even said something about alcohol in that.
He asked me how much do I
Right?
drink?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know, 3 or 4 a night.
Which typically, when someone says three or four, you can double that. Everyone usually kind of comes down on that low side, but still, even at 3 and 4 is a lot. Is a
And at
lot.
that point in time, that was probably honest.
Oh, okay,
That was
okay.
probably honest.
But
Um,
that's not healthy. Like,
no,
what doctor looks
for
at you and goes, "Oh, that's not too bad."
a 5'3", 120 pound woman at the time.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. No. No.
And okay,
Woo.
all right, all right. Whew, not honest. 3 or 4 brandies a night.
Yes.
That wouldn't include the beer before dinner or the
Right.
beer with dinner or the
Yeah.
wine that was before.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See, that's
Okay.
what I said. You double
Woo!
it.
See?
You
The
you double it.
honesty factor just
But
isn't there.
yeah, well, but that's part of addiction too. You're very specific. How many drinks? And in your mind, well, that's a drink is
That's my
typically a
brandy.
missed
The
drink,
brandy is
right?
a
That's
drink.
brandy. That's an right. Beer's not real. Wine, yeah, those
It
aren't
doesn't
really.
count. Beer
Yeah,
and wine
no,
do not count in an
no,
alcoholic's brain. They
right,
don't.
no,
I
no.
I have witnessed it
Mhm.
so many times.
Or let me say this: if beer is your thing, because we had a friend who he is definitely alcoholic, but it was all beer.
Right?
So if you ask him if he drank, he's no.
No.
Him, hard alcohol is a drink.
Exactly.
I don't drink hard.
Exactly.
You alcoholics and
Beer and
everyone
wine
does
do
this
not
in
count.
whatever respective way. You find the loophole in
Yes.
everything. You just
Yes. I I tell you, I
yes.
beer and wine do not count to an alcoholic. No, I
No,
do not care.
no, no, no.
Un, until it does.
Yes,
Until it
yes.
does. Yeah, until it does. Mm-hmm.
So
Whew.
people, I'm sure, are thinking, which I thought too, or whatever, is oh shit, I just lost it. Oh, what what is the replacement? And so Spirit brought me excuse me. Spirit brought something to me during that time. This isn't all of it, but this is you had said, Mari-Lyn, that not only were you working on your own healing, you were a healer yourself, and so you were
Mhm.
helping people. Taking Reiki classes. Learning if a good Reiki teacher that's not too expensive. Okay, let me say they're not all created equal, and some some really think a lot of themselves.
Mm.
Okay, and they will charge you a fucking mint. Don't pay a mint for this. Seriously. Reiki 1 and 2, you don't have to become a master. Now, master, they usually charge a lot more for that, which is silly, but they do. But 1 and 2, and begin to learn about your own energy and how it works. Go to Reiki circles, Reiki shares, they call them. You can find them in your area. There's at least one a month. Certainly, where we live, I could find one every weekend if I chose. Um, begin and you could be doing this while you're still on the medication. And then when you feel strong enough, maybe start to come off or whatever it is you choose to do. It's your life. You get to choose that. But start learning about energy. Do Fred's meds. Fred's meds, Mari-Lyn and I beat that drum. I mean, that horse is dead and we're still beating the shit out of it about Fred's meds, starting at the first one.
Yep.
Learning about your energy and how it works, how it runs, how it feels, what color it is. Some people see in color, however, how it smells. Some people have this beautiful sense of smell. However it is for you, that's truly what I would start with. Is that finding a good teacher and then doing those Reiki circles and talking to people, because you're going to get people at those Reiki circles who are all different levels of Reiki practitioner. Of course, you could come to us. We don't do, I'm in quotes, sort of Reiki. We don't do that style. We do something else. I think it's better, but that's me, of course. But do learn energy. In my opinion, that's the best place to start, is to learn it. Learning how to get yourself grounded is a beautiful way to learn your energy.
Yes, absolutely.
Grounding other people is we all learn the best by teaching others.
Hmm.
That's really, you can learn a lot on your own, but until you start doing it to someone else,
Hmm.
so that's where I would say to start. And it's not, and then once you have that foundation, you can do anything. You become a reader. You don't have to become anything. That's what you can. A healer, whatever, in the sort of metaphysical, spiritual world. But that's a
Hmm.
great place because if you're going on medication for whatever the reason you're going on them, you're treating the symptoms, but you're not getting down to the real issue, to the
Hmm.
problem. Why are you feeling that way? Yeah, I had a bitch for a mom. Okay. That's still not getting to, as
Sure.
Mari-Lyn goes, when we met, I could tell her everything about my childhood and how
Hmm.
abusive it was, all the different areas of abuse, how it affected me, everything. I knew it all, but it was all such surface. I knew it in my brain, could just regurgitate it. And it wasn't, you know, it wasn't until I really dug in there and got to the
Hmm.
core of, hold on a minute, it's more than that. So anyway, that's a good replacement. There is learning about your energy,
Hmm.
yeah, and how it
And
works.
if for some really weird, strange, bizarre reason that doesn't interest you,
Yes, I don't know why you'd be listening to us, but I get that.
grounding regardless, learning
Yes,
how to ground,
yes.
and even learning how to ground other people in that.
Hmm.
And if your interest in energy beyond that isn't really what floats your boat
Right.
for yourself, finding some way of connecting
Hmm.
with other people
Yes,
to help other people,
yes,
volunteering where
yes.
you are really involved with.
Even with animals. And I put animals in
Yes,
there too. I put animals.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Getting yourself involved
Mm-hmm.
to where it's not all about you.
Yes, 100%.
Hmm.
Yes, because any of those things, it's all about you all the time. Depression's
Hmm.
all about you all the time.
All the time. Yep.
Anxiety, all about you all the time. Like it just is. Yes.
Yep. Yep. It's a great big E,
An
ego.
E.
An
Oh,
E.
it's
Great
like
big E.
an
It's
E.
ego. It's all,
Yes.
yeah. So finding whatever the replacement is for
Hmm.
you.
Now, I do want to say something.
Mhm.
This is truth. How many of you have been to healers, psychics, etc.? How many of them are overweight in their belly area?
Mm.
Lots. Lots. And that there's just, I mean, sure, are there thin ones? Yes, we've all seen them. We know they're out there. We get it. There's something else there, but there's going to be some place where they hold all their stuff. Yes.
I am sitting here. My stomach is sucked in so tight right. My core is engaged. I'm like,
Yes. Yes. That's where that our lower three chakras are our body chakra. That's where we hold our traumas and our there's some in the upper ones too. I'm not going to go there, but the three bottom ones, and that's where we gain the weight. That's where we protect in quotes. That's where we protect ourselves. That's where we hold most of our stuff. Um, anyway, I just had to throw that in there because it just flashed on. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, that's a real thing. Eating sugar.
okay,
Psychics love their sugar.
now
Yes.
you're getting into more, I think, almost more difficult portion of what we consume and how it affects our vibration.
Okay.
Medication,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Um, Not everybody is on medication,
Nope.
but everybody eats food.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And
Yes.
there are foods that can raise our vibration.
Yes.
There are foods that can plummet our vibration.
Yes.
There are foods that can put me in the exact vibration as a drunk.
Yes.
I think I've talked about it on here before. Spice drops.
Yes.
I used to eat spice drops like crazy
Yes.
and got some. I don't know how long I had been sober, but I'm eating them, and all of a sudden I am just like in this rage, like I would be after a night of drinking. And thank God my husband was at work when it happened because I would have unleashed.
Yes. So,
Uh, woo,
yeah. Well, our taste buds are directly related with our whatever, our sense of smell. So, our sense of taste and smell are together. They are some of the most, I don't know what to call it. What word is that? Shit. Sorry, I've just lost it. But it can pull back memories and
well,
put you right back
they have
in.
memory. I swear to God, they have memory
Yes.
of
Yeah.
their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have to be careful with that sort of thing. I totally get you taking one of them and it taking you right back to all of that because it's like smells do the same thing. It's immediate. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
No spice drops for this
It's
one.
great. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't.
No.
And I don't even want them anymore. And luckily for me,
Mm-hmm.
I am good with marshmallows and chocolate chips. So,
Oof. Yum. So it's really if you've listened to us for any amount of time, you know that we don't disparage any religion. That
mm,
any way that you can get closer to spirit, whether you say God, Allah, the universe, whatever, and
don't
it's in
matter.
a and it's in love, we're all for it. And if that means you sitting down in a Catholic pew every Sunday, I am all for you doing that. One of the things that I think we've gotten away from, I think because we are, this, the United States was built on Christian Judeo belief systems. And as the years go by, we're kind of less Christian than we've ever been. One of the things that I think is sad that we've gotten away from is saying grace. Saying grace, thanking God, thanking spirit, thanking the animal, thanking the earth, whatever it is for that food that you have sitting in the plate in front of you
Mm.
is invaluable. To raise the vibration of your food, and Mari-Lyn can talk about this because her husband hunts. He's a
Hmm.
hunter, and when he brings home a deer or elk or whatever, even if you're fish, doesn't matter. But raising the vibration of your food before you consume it is a really positive thing to do. Especially like which we like at restaurants, you don't know how pissed off the chef is or the
True.
server is bringing you or
True.
whatever. Their vibration is in that food. And then you're consuming that food and it's a real thing. You do consume that vibration. And depending on where you're at when you're eating it, it's either going to just like dissipate because you're in such a high vibration and great, it's not going to like, not going to matter, or it can just bring you down.
Hmm.
If you're
Sure.
sitting on the edge of some sort of healing or sitting on the edge of kind of being upset about something or ruminating or whatever, it'll take you right there.
Sure.
So, to whether it's praying or just saying grace, just being thankful, grateful for your food, always a good idea to do that before you eat. But I do think we sort of place that in the, oh, well, that's a Christian thing to do. Please stop looking at it that way. And how about it's just a spiritual thing to do? Just even if it's just down to it's the vibration. I'm just doing this for the
Sure.
vibration. Fabulous.
Hmm.
Okay, that's a great way to do it.
It is a great way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it unless
Mm-hmm.
I do um, when my husband brings home
Mm-hmm.
meat. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
There is gratitude given to that animal.
Yes.
Absolutely. Not only when it first arrives, but as it's being prepared.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There are there are many psychics out there that think they're better than the rest of us, but they are vegetarian.
Well, I am.
That's true. Okay, I was talking about her, but I didn't want to say. Um, but they are vegetarian and they will go on a tear over eating animals. You know what?
Hmm.
Those animals agreed to come down and have that happen to them. Just like we've agreed to come down and be abused, animals have too. And they're doing it for us to have food.
Hmm.
Those ones that do that, I mean, dogs, we don't eat dogs, but sometimes they agree to come down and get, whatever abuse. But, cows, chickens,
Yeah.
lamb, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's really being grateful to this. So maybe looking at it that way would be helpful for you, whoever's listening, going, I don't want to do that. That is a spiritual being who gave up their life to nourish you.
For nourishment. Hmm.
And that's a beautiful thing to be grateful for
Hmm.
to that animal.
Hmm.
Um, so we did touch on a little bit because you talked about, but we didn't go there. How alcohol
Ooh, alcohol
lowers your vibration.
plummets the
Yes.
vibration. Even if you think you are a happy drunk, your
Yep.
vibration is still tanking.
Yep.
It drops instantly.
Yes.
Instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
100%.
certain non-alcoholic beverages can shift your vibration depending on
Yep.
who you are.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what they just showed me
Mm.
was juice, like
Oh,
orange
yeah.
juice.
Okay.
Depending on, talk about another reason to give your food gratitude. Depending on the environment in which these orange trees are grown,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
can affect the vibration of the
Yes.
actual orange. Now, someone out there, and maybe many of you are going, "Oh my God, wah, 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 wah.
Yes. If you
How
haven't switched off yet, hold on.
how
Yeah.
woo woo are you?" Um, and yet everything is energy,
Everything. And that's
and
what we're talking about here is energy, which
energy
has a vibration.
exactly. So, if the environment of this orange grove
Mhm.
is pitted with animosity
Yes. The
and
workers picking those,
exactly,
they're not happy to be there. The grocery store, the people, I mean, yeah.
yeah,
It you may have an orange tree right outside, which I am so jealous. I love fruit right off the tree. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. But even there, you think Mother Nature.
yeah,
And you don't have to go into some big thing.
no.
Just hold it and say thank you. That's it. That's it.
It's
That's really
it's
as little as you have to do.
it is so simple. The
Yes.
minute amount of energy it actually takes
Yes.
to portray gratitude
Hmm.
um, is amazing, and it
So
can make
amazing.
such an immense difference in um, in how things are received, and that goes along with us too.
Yeah.
Because if we're walking down the street and we're like mumbling under our breath,
Yes.
how approachable are we?
Right. Not very. No. No. Yeah.
If we're walking down the street and we're just like,
Hmm.
wow,
Yes.
okay, cool,
But you know
man.
what? You could be, I'm going to say that because it just came so clear and I felt it. I could be kind of, and I saw myself grabbing an orange and saying thank you, and how it immediately, all of me, before I even consumed it,
Yep,
you begin to shift. It may not last a long time, but you are going to feel that shift even with just
instant.
saying it.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
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 It can be so
Hmm.
immediate.
Yes.
And that's why vibration
Hmm.
is so important.
Yeah. 100%.
Whether it's from what you consume or what you think,
Yeah.
our
Hmm.
vibration affects other people.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
And Pam and I are a perfect example of that.
Hmm.
Vibrationally, we are not the same as we once were,
Correct.
and it's uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. Yeah.
And it sucks, and it just is. Each of us trying to find
Oh,
our own way
yeah.
separate from the other one.
Yeah. It's rough and it has nothing to do my vibration has nothing to do with Mari-Lyn
Mm-mm.
and vice versa. It
And
just
my
we're both
vibration
going
has
through
nothing to do with
mm,
Pam. And I'm going to say that part of the uncomfortableness is in that exact point.
yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Because we have been so close, so enmeshed,
Yeah.
really, because our friendship and our business were kind of one and the same.
Yep. 100%.
And that has been separated now. And trying
Hmm.
to find
Hmm.
um,
Find a new normal for us
an
is tough.
it is tough. And there are times where it comes right into
Mhm.
a beautiful connection.
Like when we do our podcasts, our vibration does sync up.
I believe so.
Yes, and
Mhm.
it's beautiful. But before the podcast, if any of you were flies on the wall looking at us, we get online and we're both just sort of like it takes us a minute before we can start recording because
Mhm.
we've got to get our shit together
Mhm.
because it's almost like nails on a chalkboard sometimes. And we
It's
know
yeah.
it's not the other one. Like we do. We know we both love each other. There's none of
Mhm.
that's still there, but we're just doing different things and it's not together anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's wild.
It is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. And it has to be okay
Yes. Yes.
because we're learning and we're
Yeah.
evolving. Um, the point being
Mm-hmm.
is that our vibration affects more than us.
Yes.
And
And
while
if you,
we want to be at the highest vibration that we can be for ourselves, but that also includes being that for other people.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to start here.
Well, and one of the things I was thinking and was going to say is if you walk into a room and you start talking to someone or whatever the situation is and you're with someone and you feel like good lord is that person mad at me or I'm so mad at them, look at yourself first.
Mhm.
What is happening? What why is it like today? And like I said, Mari-Lyn, are you upset with me? And she said no. And so I went, okay. And I just said, okay, this is my shit and I need to this is my vibration. I need to figure it out. It has nothing to do with her. Um, and that's always a good place to start. Is look at
Mhm.
yourself. What is your vibration doing? What are you doing? Sometimes like that, I didn't notice it right away. I had to ask her first because I thought she was in a mood, but she wasn't. It
Mm-mm.
was me. It was our vibrations just not meshing.
Not meshing.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
um, there is something I want to bring up.
And can I add to that
Of
before we move
course, of
on?
course.
Our vibrations not meshing doesn't necessarily mean one of us is at a low vibration.
Correct.
They can both be high vibrations,
Mhm.
but they're
Yeah.
who
Yes. And we're
knows
not used
who
to
knows
that.
what.
And we're not used to that.
We
We
are
are
not.
used to being in sync
Mm-hmm.
most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
unless something's going on with one of us. But now there's nothing going on, like there's no wounding coming up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We're just having to get used to each other and vibrating differently.
Yeah,
It's a little uncomfortable at
and it's
times.
very different.
Yeah.
It's very different.
And that doesn't mean mom and dad aren't breaking up. Don't worry about it. We're not divorcing. That's never going to happen. Let me just be really clear. Never going to happen. But we're just in a spot right now, and we'll get through it. We do. But thankfully, we can still, like during the podcast, we can still get on that same platform together.
That same energetic platform
Mhm.
of spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
frequency just, yeah, just suits.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I also want to talk to
Syncs up.
how beautiful is it that we can be this vulnerable
Hmm. Yes.
about something that's really very personal.
Yes.
Um,
And that's been a goal for both of us, like our whole lives, to have a girlfriend like that.
hmm
Our whole lives.
hmm
We always wanted that like best friend that you could just say anything to, you can just be you, unfiltered,
hmm
and the person's still gonna stay in your
loves
life.
you.
And yes. Yeah.
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 And here we are saying it in front of the world.
I know. Yes. Yes. And we do, by the way, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. That would be
Yes,
wonderful.
please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
One thing I want to get to, because we didn't get to it, is marijuana, the
Yeah.
weed, the grass, as in the 70s they called it.
Yeah.
There's still a thought process out there that, well, it's all natural. Okay, you want to say it's, I mean, yes, it comes from the earth, yada, yada, yada. They
Okay.
do, they do a lot of engineering to it,
Is
though.
it
But,
is it all natural these days? I
right, right.
don't know. I don't know. Back in my day, it was all natural.
Yeah, when you went, yeah.
Okay, catnip is natural too, but catnip is gonna fuck with your brain.
Yes, yes, it is.
I know.
Yes,
There's a
yes.
reason cats get crazy on it.
Oh, cats look like they have the way they roll around
Oh,
in it, and they
I
just
used to make catnip tea.
does it work
You
on
know,
humans?
maybe I need catnip tea to help me sleep nowadays. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
But Catnip, there is nothing like catnip. And I am not, I don't want to promote
Right.
drug use.
Yes. However,
But, catnip does have an effect.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I'm
we're
sorry. Go
not,
ahead.
no, and we're not talking about, except for Mari-Lyn, except for those of you who have addictions, who are in recovery, um, everything at moderation. I still have alcohol on occasion. Yeah, I still take, I do CBD so I can sleep.
They buy
That's
little
my.
bottles of wine and share it. Who does that? Does that?
I can't tell you one of the funniest things is because we at Costco every Christmas they have these cases of half bottles of wine and they're perfect because you can open one bottle and each have a glass and then and Mari-Lyn's going like, oh, that's single serving. I'm like, no, we share it, and she's her. It didn't even compute when I said it. I said, no, we share that, and she's like, no, it's a single serving. Like she didn't hear what I said. There was no
It's so
computing.
bizarre. And this was after more than a decade of sobriety.
Yes.
I mean, this wasn't like early sobriety. No, this was
Yes.
after a
No.
decade of
No.
sobriety.
I think
Um,
you looked at it as like a bottle of beer. That's a one serving thing.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
It's so funny. Like, no, no. When we used to have
Woo.
the full bottles, we would have a drink on Friday night, and there'd still be left for Saturday night if we wanted some. And Marilyn can't. It's the funniest thing to her that we'd have it. You mean you'd open it and leave some? Like, well, yeah. Like we couldn't drink it. Like it. It was so mind-boggling. So funny.
What do you mean you need a wine topper?
Yeah, those are real things. Yes.
Woo.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah,
Um,
the addiction is real.
the addiction is real.
Hmm.
Anything that's altering you, anything that's closing anything down, marijuana closes down receptors, muscle relaxers, any of that, anything is going to, we're talking about in terms of being psychic. Now, before, if I know, I don't always know, but most of the time I know if I have a clearing coming up or a reading or a healing or something. And I try not to do anything within 24 hours of that, even like nighttime sleep aid. Just because I want to be at 100%. This is my job. And people that come to us, whether they're paying for a service or it's a clearing that we don't charge for, they deserve me showing up 100%. So I won't even do Tylenol or ibuprofen within that time.
Mm. Hmm.
Um, and that's not really, but it does close down some receptors.
It
You know,
does.
if you have a headache or a backache or something. One thing though I can say, one of the reasons, if I have a bad headache, which doesn't happen often, but it does, you get into that high vibration and you're above the pain. You don't feel it at all.
Yeah.
When you come down, yeah, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're right. It's a there's very limited pain. Gosh, this is going to come out so wrong. About the only pain that I've experienced where I can't rise above it with vibration um, is nerve,
Ooh,
nerve pain.
that made me hurt just thinking
Yeah.
about like lower back, like
Yep.
ow.
Pinched nerve,
Yes.
very difficult. But aside from that,
Hmm.
you can vibration your way out of it.
Yes. And
Absolutely.
that would be another thing that you could teach yourself to do with Reiki or some sort of energy healing. When you start getting those attunements, they're called. When you get those attunements, you can teach yourself how to raise your vibration, how to lower your vibration, how to move, how to transmute.
Mhm.
Can you do it without the attunements? Yeah, but it's so much easier with the attunements. It
Right.
really is.
And when it's just for yourself,
Yes.
the attunements are a little different because it is just for yourself.
Yes.
Um,
Mhm.
And that's something I teach is
Yes,
how to
you do
raise your
very well.
vibration, how to
Mhm.
sit in vibration. And yeah, I have had many clients who have chronic pain and will use meditation
Yes.
as pain relief.
And because what is just normal for us when our bodies start to hurt, we become ungrounded. Our energetic
Ooh.
bodies are trying to get the hell away from that pain. And so we
Mhm,
become ungrounded. We dissociate. We
mhm,
get out of the way. Well, you're out of
mhm,
the way for life at that point. You're not
mhm.
being present. You're not
Absolutely.
enjoying. You're not being part of. So learning how to stay in your body, just changing that vibration, and you can do it. I
Yeah.
have a we can be done after this if you want, but I had a client. She came to me. She was already a practitioner. I would do class. If you're a practitioner and everyone gets stuck and you need something more. And so I would do classes with these practitioners. Anyway, she came to me. I can't remember what she had, but she had so much pain. She was one of the few where the doctor prescribed fentanyl. That's how bad the pain was. She chose energy healing so she wouldn't have to take it because it takes you out. Like you're just, she said, I couldn't just lay on the sofa anymore. That's not a life that I wanted to live. Yes. So she went and she did Reiki. She became a Reiki master and all of that. And then at some point, it just wasn't working, and that's when she came to me. I gave her more attunements and we went through some classes, etc. I just talked to her recently and she's doing great.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's fentanyl. That's no joke, man.
No joke.
That
Mm-mm.
and it's very the percent that doctors prescribe that to certain patients is very low. So you know she was in.
An extreme case.
Yes, yes,
An
extreme.
extreme case.
Yes,
But
and
wow,
yeah,
good for her for
yes,
really choosing herself,
yes,
choosing life,
yes. But
really.
she did try it at first because there was so much pain. You'll do anything. But
Sure.
then at some point, it was like she was sick of
I just
herself.
can't. I just can't do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is gross. I
What a
can't do it.
beautiful story.
I know.
Hmm.
Love it. Love it. So it can
Yeah.
be done. And again, whether you contact us, you contact someone else, and look around. Don't just look up Reiki training or whatever and take the first one you find. Look, meet the people, have consultations, find that person that you connect with, and also the price has to make sense to you. There are
Sure.
people who think a lot of their shit, and you
Mm.
also want to learn something too. There are people who will just give you an attunement, not teach you anything, and that's not. I mean, that's not helpful either. And then go to those Reiki shares. Look them up. Go to those Reiki shares, and really pay attention and ask questions about energy and how it works and why it's working and what is this and what is that. Be very curious and ask. And
Curiosity is a beautiful thing.
you are not going to walk out of a class after getting an attunement. Let me be very clear. And you're a healer. You know what to do. You will not. There's lots of practice. You have to put in lots and lots of practice.
Mm.
Practice on your friends and family and etc. And hopefully it's a teacher. If you do, a good teacher is going to allow you to come back and ask questions about Reiki, about energy, about why is this and why is that. If they don't, or they charge a huge amount of money for you to come back and ask, that's not your teacher. I'm just saying, we're here to help people learn. We're not here to fleece them. But we, you know, anyway, that's not the way that everyone thinks. So, yeah. All right. This was a good conversation. Thank you. And I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but you know who you are who asked us to talk about the medication.
About the medication. Hmm.
Thank you so very much.
Hmm.
We appreciate you and we appreciate everyone.
Good topic.
Yes.
Again, please like, subscribe, share, and leave us your comments and your questions or your suggestions
Yes.
for topics. Either way, we appreciate the interaction.
And
Absolutely.
we're not doing personal, we're not doing readings through the comments. So it has to be um,
Right.
a general question or a question that can be made general. Like if you say, I suffer from this, or this is my thing, what do I do? If we can make that into a general question,
Hmm.
we'll do that.
Hmm.
Because sometimes you can't explain it. You just like, I don't know how to say this generally. It's just what I'm going through. We get that. We
Sure.
understand. But if
Absolutely.
but if it's too personal and we can't make it into something general, we're just not going to.
Yeah.
So, but ask away. And if you're on a listen only, you can text us.
Yes, you can.
Hmm.
We cannot reply. We can't
Nope.
reply to those.
Nope.
We don't know who you are, but we still
Nope.
receive your messages,
Yes.
and we
And
love that.
thank you, whoever, because we are on our listening platforms, we're getting a lot more people.
We
And we
are.
just want
It's
to thank
awesome.
you so much. We tend to just, people just tend to look at like their YouTube and go, oh, okay, that's how many there are, which we'd love more on YouTube.
We would.
Absolutely.
We'd love
But
more everywhere,
yes, but
but
we are getting more. So,
we are.
however you're finding us, we're
Yeah.
so grateful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's amazing.
Hmm.
It really is.
TCSEverydaypsychics.com.
Yes. That's us. That's where you find
That
us.
is.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.